So, I was in the middle of making this episode when we got a new update. There are a few new things, so I just go over them quickly and slap this segment to the start. First, we have a new button at the bottom here. When you click it, it locks all the frames that you currently have in play. So you're not gonna be able to grab it by accident, so that's very nice. However, it also locks your front yard, which is the place where the new cards drop into, so keep that in mind. In my game it has a habit of tossing things next to it. We'll see if it's a bug that needs to be fixed. We also have two new hotkeys. Holding the O key will show your criminal items, and holding the P key does the same for all alchemical things. Basically what you see whenever the cauldron is open. Very good for quickly scanning stuff, if you're looking for something specific. The bookmarks to the left also got a bit of a facelift. Personally, I had no problem with the previous one, but this is nice too. Another very useful thing is that now your houses have wardrobe slots. You can put a character there who's holding an artifact, and they are going to unequip it. So you no longer have to have them leave just to get that one piece of gear back, or swap it with another artifact. That's very nice. It's also one of the things that I have suggested during playtest. We also have a new ingredient called river algae that we can find, you guessed it, in the river. I haven't found any by the time of making this part, but I will talk about it later in the video when I finally get some. And finally, there was a round of bug fixes and text corrections, just small things. So now we better not complain, so the devs can go work on the cooking update that is supposed to come in December. Okay, back to the scheduled content. Hello potion makers, it's me again. It's time to continue our journey into the Ways of Alchemy. Today we're dealing with the Visitor of Ink again, and I just so happen to have a bunch of salvia powder, which is bad. But have no fear, everything is in place. All we need is 2 hirelings and our guy. I also sent a Landsnacht on an expedition. He's guaranteed to not make it, but we're gonna learn from it. Now, I'm going to do what I always do in Cultist Simulator, which is wait until the timer almost turns, and then we can use the reverse stash, which can hide 3 things. And it holds them for 25 seconds, which is a good time. And for the last salvia, I'm just gonna brew a vivid dream potion, and my second hireling is gonna go sell it, so nothing to see here. The Inquisitor only spends about 15 seconds looking for crime, so we are in the clear here. We encounter a bogfire, which is a stray curse that needs void to defeat, or a potion of mystic power. I still wonder if we can somehow capture some of these random curses at some point. Otherwise, I don't get why they have pillar strengths. And now that the Visitor is not looking, we can put all this salvia back, and he will be none the wiser. By the way, here's a cheaper version of the potion of mystic power. Gonna look for efficiency where you can. Meanwhile, our guy got through the first obstacle. And we encounter our first tier 4 challenge. That's a little scary. Giving the bogfire the potion gives us some salvia seeds and superior materials, for which I am very thankful. Right now, you see our biggest problem currently, a dire lack of money, bronze in particular. All those back-to-back explorations really did a number on us. Thanks to the partial success here, we gained the next tier of corpses, the remains of a curse. Looks like it's extremely good fertilizer and has a value of 12, which means if we were to buy it from the Adventurers Guild, it's gonna cost us 1 entire gold. It's probably our priciest ingredient yet. I am rather tempted to break it down and see what comes out of it, but I think we're just gonna hold on to it for now. So, now that I have every challenge of this expedition mapped out, it's time for one final decisive go. One thing you may have noticed, and I'm not sure if it actually came with this November update, but until now everything the spirits have been gathering was just dropped into the front yard, and I have to press the stack button manually. Well, that is no longer the case. Everything just automatically jumps into the stack, so we can finally say that we have achieved automation. And here's the first obstacle, cleared with a healing potion. Dealing with the elderly traveler gives us a fable and peasant breakfast. I think the fable is the always guaranteed drop here. And let's actually try this new wardrobe feature. See, now we can put our guys either in the rest slot or the wardrobe slot. If you right click, it will always automatically put them to rest, so you must do this one manually. And after 5 seconds, we have our artifact back, like it was never gone. Wait, what? Looks like he didn't need the potion after all. I could have sworn he didn't have any veil at all. Well, that's alright then. And the second challenge cleared with a potion. Tax collectors here again, and as it was pointed out to me in the comments, he only takes a portion of your current money, so now that we have so little, it actually doesn't hurt as much. Maybe it would be a good time to start counting the time between visits, so I would know when to spend most of my money. The Visitor of Ink runs on a 36-hour schedule. I'm almost 100% sure of that one by now. And now the final challenge. He does have a decent chance of succeeding anyway, but I'm gonna make sure. I already have half of the King's Order ready. Maybe I should finish that sometime. But before that, I have what I need for yet another tool upgrade. And after so many tries, we have done it. The cathedral is conquered. we got into some really good stuff here. Very productive expedition. As for these potions, I think I'm going to sell them, now that we don't have to fear the tax collector for a while. We're going to need more money to do stuff after all. As useful as this guy is, I'm not gonna pay him a gold to keep him around this time. So now, in terms of hirelings, we have no hirelings. One more reason to make lots of money real fast. And now we have a beautiful marble mortar. I wonder if it has any extra properties. Like with the stone mortar upgrade, always giving double from tier 1 ingredients. We will see. Now, about this ledger. With our base void of 3, we would need to pay 1 gold for it, and I don't have high level void potions on hand. I could make a mystic power or a mummification potion. Actually, mummification looks fine. Just need a bit of cold blood. And with this, I am out of tier 2 corpses, which means I need to do some more heal runs, or even the valleys if I can make it. Now, if I make this, it should be enough to crack that book. Oh, it looks so beautiful, look at it. Value 14. It feels almost a shame to use it like this. But it does the job, so we are happy. Oh, this one's gonna take a while. Yeah, this patch apparently made things a little bit wonky. New cards are supposed to spawn inside the front yard area, but maybe because it's logged, the game thinks it's full or something, I don't know. There's also a bit of screen tearing and stuttering when I try to move the camera too fast or open the grimoire. That's probably gonna be hotfixed. And just like before, we wait until the timer almost turns and then toss the salvia in here. No other criminal stuff lying around, so we are safe. This book wasn't as full as its power suggested, but at least we have a tier 4 influence. Let's plant some hookah seeds, because we haven't tried that already. And since we're having a warm sun, let's talk about making a new spirit. Because for your chances for finding river algae, the new ingredient, that depends on the void attribute of your spirit. And since we only have the ritual for making spirits with a song core, we have to be actually smart about how we go about it. So, as you know, the strongest pillar needs to be at least twice as strong as the weakest. For us, that must be song, and it will inherit half the strength of the other ones, rounded down I think. So in order to make a fairly pure core, I need to use the smallest values possible for the stuff that I don't need. But we do want to have a little bit of void, and since we have a level 2 ritual circle, we can also use potions. So if I use an anesthetic potion here, we should have a workable level of void. Now for mirror, salvia powder is plenty. For song, I could use this one for level 5, or quickly make another potion, which, now that I think about it, is what I'm gonna go with. By the way, here's the cheapest recipe for a sculptor potion. Use it freely. And with that, we have assembled a decent core. I'm a little sad you can't supercharge it with artifacts, but that might be a bit too much. We have ourselves a good core here. I know why there is one mirror, because the sculptor potion gave some extra. So after the rounding it came down to 1. But pain should not be in here. That's strange. Well, not that it matters too much. Still, before I can make another spirit, I am already at the limit, so need to uncouple one of these and banish it. Let's go with the one already at the river. To banish the spirit, we use this ritual, says to put enough void to overpower. In our case, the spirit is a level 4 song, so we should put in at least 5 void. That probably makes high level summons super expensive to undo. One more thing to keep in mind. And apparently, we also can't use a focus here, even though it would really make sense. Guess we have to do it the way that costs a bit more, but what can you do? Out with the old, in with the new, and binding this one to the river. We're already taught about the algae. The stronger the void, the faster the process, and the higher the chance to get algae instead of water. I think the wording is a little confusing here, since for these spirits, song already speeds up the process, so I guess the effect of these two pillars are going to combine. 32 seconds, that's a long way down from the 80 or so that we started with. I really like it. I used up nearly all my basic potions here, let's quickly remake them. Oh, look at that. We found algae already. Let's see. A few fish will be missing their pasture, but you've now got a clump of greenery that's perfect to rot on the garden bed and become the fertilizer you need. Well, it literally has no other use. But being only a level 1 decomposable, we're gonna be needing a lot of these. But thankfully it's free, so it's gonna supplement our hemp supply pretty decently, I think. Meanwhile, I went ahead and made a new alembic in case I'm ever gonna need it. The kuka seeds have grown, and they're illegal. That's a problem. I probably should have seen it coming. It's literally stated to be hallucinogenic. What a word. Okay then. You know, if it gets me in trouble either way, let's see what we can make of it. Toss one in the grinder, probably also gonna be illegal. And of course, it's highly illegal. Thankfully, the Visitor of Ink is very easy to trick. This probably necessitates the making of a new reverse stash and the keeping of 2 guys on retainer at all times. Okay then. And I think that's all I have for this time. Thank you for watching. I hope you're still having as much fun as I have playing this game. Please give the video a like, constructively criticize me in the comments, and until next time, practice safe alchemy and good brewing.